75% of the population in Togo are under 35 years old. It means they are full of strength to assist to work and to find opportunities. So you ask me what the EU is doing about that, how the EU may accompany the youth and to face this problem.
Yeah, self-employment.
Yes. Well, I think the first thing I would like to say is that I think that we should all, authorities but also partners like the EU, we should adapt our policies to this emerging young society better. It means that I have the feeling that we are still thinking as a normal society and we do not integrate efficiently the young society that desperately looking for opportunities, looking for a better future. What we do is try to, what we are doing this time is to try to adapt more and more and work more with universities, for example, in particular with the two public universities in Kara and in Lomé, to be closer to the young associations, also to defend issues that in fact pave the way for the future as well. We are very advocate, and you know probably, about issues like environment, like investment, climate, like regional markets, like transparency in public affairs, like human rights issues. And yes, we believe that governments and authorities and partners should help to set up the base, should set up the environment, the climate for business, but youth should look for opportunities and create their own enterprises and their own opportunities.
Yes, if I understand what you're saying, it means that we have to set a new system of teaching people at universities, telling them how to be self-employed, how to come out from university and create their own business, if I understand. So to change or to improve the teaching system, education system. So the next question that I have to ask is, what are the goals already achieved in our country? What are the goals that you have already achieved in this domain?
Well, I mean, our goals are the same as the goals of the authorities. I mean, of the public policies in place. I mean, the government has a policy called SCAP, which in fact one of the main goals is the creation of employment opportunities for the young people. So when we suggest ideas, when we share projects, when we fund initiative, we try to encourage the accomplishment of this public policy. But there is a message that I would like to pass to the young people, is that they are already doing that. They should look around in the world, they should identify opportunities and go for them. And these opportunities are not only related to employments, they are also related to studies, new studies. And for example, the EU offers a lot of opportunities for young graduates to continue their studies in Europe, to do a master or to do a doctorate, a PhD in Europe, and we are very happy to welcome people requesting information how to get access to these opportunities. Definitely, there are new opportunities, new enterprises, there are trade initiatives, and these young people should be able to identify. We are in a globalized world, and I'm sure that they can identify these opportunities. There are possibilities for partnership. And there is, I would like to insist in one thing, which is culture, modern African culture. There are a lot of initiatives and there are a lot of opportunities for jobs there. And in particular, the EU is very, very active in encouraging this issue of culture and culture as an engine for development.
Yes, very interesting to understand, to hear all this. And young men are encouraged to work and even to go to Europe to further their studies and become more perfect, to get job even over the country. So the next question that I want to have, because the time is running very quickly, we've seen you in many domains in these few last days. So what are the main domains that you have focused? I mean, in health, development, health, wherever. We can see you. Last week you were somewhere in Plateau region working. What are you focusing?
Well, the EU, the European Union, I think we have a model of partnership which is a very particular one. I mean, and we have been with Togo since independence, and we will be with Togo in the next few decades. And we are very active, very proactive in issues like good governance, like police, like security, like justice. like public finance reforms, but also we are active in terms of water and sanitation, about inclusive development, work with the civil society, working in all the regions. I mentioned before some challenges for Togo, and I mentioned the democratic growth. Let me mention another one, which is the inclusive development. It means that the developments that are happening these days, and Togo is changing very quickly, they should also benefit people outside Lomé. And we are very advocate also in favor of that.
Happy to hear all this. And the next question, because the time is against us, but we are going to say something before ending this program. What are the strategies you appreciate in the government domain? Because the government has been setting many strategies to overcome all these problems. As ahead of this delegation, what do you appreciate?
Well, I already mentioned that all of our activities are defined to support the public policy that in terms of development is called SCAP, where an essential part is opportunities for the youth and inclusive development. Let me focus on two issues about the strategies of the government. And one is education. I mean, we advocate strongly in favor of more investment in education. We really believe looking to lessons learned from history, lessons learned from other countries in Africa or in Europe or elsewhere. Education is the base for building a solid future for all the citizens of this country. The second one is access to new technologies, is ICT, is a better internet network. I mean, this is absolutely unavoidable these days. You cannot build a modern society if you don't have good access to new technologies. So another message that we pass regularly to the authorities that please pay attention, give importance to these new policies, this access to new technologies. If you want to attract investors, if you want to globalize your people, if you want to build Togo as a reference in the sub-region for trade and for trade exchanges, a good internet access is absolutely essential.
Yes, two main ideas, education and technology. Yes, the message has passed. The next, and to finish maybe this program, is what do you have as a message towards the youth?
Well, I think we have repetitively mentioned issues that we can sum up in 2 or 3 ideas. The first one is to tell the young people, you are not the future, you are the present already. So please take today as an important day and try to invest in yourself from today. How? Identify these opportunities, either in studies or new job or enterprises or partnership or culture or whatever. The second one is that please look forward to a world in which geographical borders are no longer barrier. We are in a globalized world. At least think regionally. It means you have a wonderful region around of you, and you have a wonderful asset in Africa in which people exchange, move easily from one country to the other, and easily can settle in another country. Use this as an asset to build also your future. I mean, because your future, the future of Togo, the future of Western Africa, the future of Africa, is also the future of the world. And we share, in Europe and in Africa, we share a lot of challenges, and we have to provide collective response to these challenges.
Yes, we didn't see the time run out, but we have finished this program. We come at the end of this program, but to remind you that we were with Nicolas Berlanga Martinez, the head of youth delegation in Togo, and we went around many issues, and I'm sure that listeners got the message, especially youth. What is more important is that you got what you were looking for. Work hard, and the present is today, is not tomorrow, as you said it. Faithful listeners of Radio Lomé, this is the end of our program, and once again, you're welcome. I'm sure that we are going to meet next. I will be very happy to come back to here, and I always feel okay, very pleased to be able to benefit from this opportunity that you give me to explain, to sensibilize, and to say more about the EU in Togo. Yes, it's said. Maybe next week. Take care of yourself. Nice day. Bye-bye.